Google Business Profile feels broken sometimes. I mean, it's no instructions to go with it. When things go wrong, there's no helpline, and it just becomes sometimes really tricky trying to make your profile work for your business. And I'm not alone, because I've met hundreds of business owners like you that have on Zoom calls told me that they feel that Google doesn't care for them, or that they just feel they disappear overnight on the rankings for no good reason. They tell me the same old thing again and again, that one minute they're ranking, the next minute they just disappear. But what if I told you that Google Business Profile isn't broken as such, it's just misunderstood? So in this video I'm going to show you how to take control so your business can be really effective. I'm going to show you how you can avoid costly mistakes that will turn your profile into a free marketing powerhouse. And we're going to look at 3 reasons as to why it acts the way it does and how shockingly easy it is to rank number 1 and stay there. So to help you understand how Google works, I recently met with a client in the USA, and he reached out to me because his rankings have been dropping. And after a quick Zoom meeting, we realized what the issue was. It was down to the fact he hadn't responded to key notifications from Google. So within minutes, we logged into his dashboard on Google, we cleaned up a few things, and his profile strength went from about 80% to 100% straight away. So the first thing you need to do is manage every corner of your profile. And the easiest way to do that, don't log on via your mobile, log on through a desktop. If you're only using your mobile, you'll find that there's some limitations of what you can actually edit on your Google Business Profile. And Google wants you to take ownership of all the areas, even the smaller bits, the bits that you don't always notice when you're going on a mobile onto your profile. So head onto your desktop, dig a bit deeper, look at those finer areas, those smaller corners, and make sure that they're also taken care of. So take ownership on your posts, your reviews, your Q&As, update if there's an offer, update when you've got new photos, and just make sure it's optimized where Google's asking you to look at. It doesn't mean you have to do everything Google says. You can dismiss those cards that appear from time to time, but do make sure you look at them. So that's the first area really, is to fix your Google Business Profile. Make sure that you're managing all the areas of your profile. But getting 100% profile isn't going to rank you number 1. There's something else is needed. And this next bit we're going to look at is so simple to do, and it's all about your customers. See, most ranking issues happen because Google gets the impression you don't care about your customers. And if you don't care about your customers, then Google isn't going to send customers your way because you're not going to care for them. So how can you tell Google that you do care? Well, the same way that humans show that they care. Now this might sound far-fetched, but how do you show someone that you care, someone you love, someone in the family, a friend? Well, you show you care because you communicate with them. And that often happens even during your ups and downs. You look for a need. If there's a need there, you want to help them, you want to be kind to them. And also you like to keep up to date with the latest news, what's going on, what's the latest situations, so you can communicate that as well. So how do you show you care then when it comes to Google? Well, in a similar way, you communicate. If someone speaks to you, you speak back. So things like reviews, good or bad, you respond to them. And when there is a need, well, then you get back to them. You answer any questions that they ask you. You respond to any contact from a customer. And how do you keep up to date? Well, you just look at what the latest news is. You add fresh content when it speaks to you and communicates that with you through these cards. So think about it, Google's entire goal, connect users with businesses that they trust. So if Google trusts your business, if customers trust your business, you're going to start to rank. But if you're ignoring reviews, if you're falling behind, you don't update your business looks like no one's even bothered about it, you never update your questions and answers, you barely ever put a photograph, if you do it's stock photography, if you do those types of things, what's Google going to presume? The same as your customers, that you're not that interested in running your business. So Google assumes you're not invested, therefore your ranking will drop. So reasoning number 2, you care for your customers, Google will look after you. But the biggest problem that most owners have is the rose-tinted glasses and making assumptions. I mean, have you ever presumed that customers see your business the same way that you do? Do they look through the same glasses as you do? Obviously they don't. Do they use the same words that you do? Do they understand the technical sides of your products and your services like you do? No, you're the manager, you're the owner. You know it far better than they do. So we need to think in terms of their language, how they see things. And what's more is what Google shows you as a manager is different to what Google shows those that have never seen your business before. You get different photographs, different layouts. Google's constantly tweaking and changing things when it comes to your business profile. And it's a lesson I learned 25 years ago as a web designer when we were first making websites. I couldn't believe that you make a website look perfect on your laptop, but when someone looks on a larger screen or on a mobile, it just didn't work. And it was even worse in the early days when you produced it on Windows and someone looked at it on a Mac and it didn't work. And you then had different browsers like Netscape and so on. The thing is over the years, most things don't work on different devices with different operating systems and different browsers. And that was always a challenge to make things work as a web designer. Well, layouts and how you produce your Google Business Profile is in many ways similar. To truly optimize your business, you need to view it as a customer. So get others to look at your business and get them to feedback. What did they think of it? Did it make sense? When they visit the website, does it really show a strong brand? You might find there's some reality checks here. So never assume your profile is perfect. Try and see it from someone else's point of view. So reasoning number 3 is get the customer's perspective and not your own. So is Google Business Profile actually broken? No, but there are those 3 things you need to bear in mind. You need to consider as we've looked at. And then when you put those 3 together, you're now ready. You've set up your business profile to start ranking. But how do you really start ranking now you've got the right foundations in place? Well, I've put together 25 tips that work in 2025. So if you apply these, you're going to see an immediate change in your rankings. You'll find your rankings shoot up and you'll really see some growth in the coming few months. So head over this video. I'll see you there.